Hey BookTube, I'm back with another book review, and this one is a long time coming because I was reading it slow and then I had to put it down and I had to simmer down the thoughts of what I thought about this book. And of course, you know I loved it. And if you're wondering what book I'm talking about, that is Children of Blood and Bone by Tony Adeyemi. Great book, great book, great book. Was there stuff that I did not like about the book? Of course. There's stuff that I don't like about all books that I read. But this one was a good one. I did give it 4 stars. There was one major thing in here that made me drop it down a star, but we'll get into that later. Just a quick sum up of the book. I can't talk today. As always, this review may contain spoilers. So if you haven't read it, why haven't you read it yet? And when you do, come back to the video and let's discuss. Quick sum up of the book. Follows a girl named Zeely, who is a part of the Magi clans, with an S I should say. But anyway, it was about a group of people who possesses all of this great power, elemental power, power dealing with the earth and everything like that. They have been wiped out by an evil tyrant king, and now she is on a mission. She is the chosen one to pretty much restore power back to this group of people and to bring balance to the world. In a nutshell, that's what this book is about. This book also encompasses a lot, and I do mean a lot, of like the Black Lives Matter movement. It encapsulates everything about police brutality, about economical, social, if that's even a word, social, political, any type of government type things, all of that stuff in that nature is all tied into this book, and it was executed with such greatness that it is no wonder why this book was so hyped up the way that it was. What I did actually love about this book was I was getting so much Avatar and The Last Airbender vibes coming from it, which was so great because I absolutely love Avatar. That is one of my all-time favorite shows, and if you watched it, if you was a fan, you know what I'm talking about. She referenced that a lot in this book, which was really, really cool. It kind of felt like a little nostalgia thing going on there, where they're like on this quest. They got to find these like relics, and you know, she's the last one, and you know, it was just really awesome. I can't really explain it if you haven't read the book, but it was really, really, really good. The pacing of the book was pretty good. I mean, it was like all over the place in this book. They was in different cities. They was battling all these different tribes and people, and it was just wonderfully, world building was absolutely amazing. Like each place that they went to was totally different, and you could tell that they was in like a different city, that they was in you know, like a jungle area. They're riding, like, I think it was supposed to have been like a big like lion, you know, as opposed to walking or having magical abilities that they can like transport themselves, whatever. So that was even like really, really different. It was such a breath of fresh air to just read something completely out of the box, but still within the same genre of YA, and even a little bit towards adult. They dealt with a lot of adult themes too. So like I said, everything was wonderfully, and I did not mean for this video to be such a, oh my god, I love this book, but that's just what it is. I really, really enjoyed it. What I didn't enjoy though was all of the insta-lovey relationship shippings and stuff. I think this book could have stood on its own without that. I'm just starting to think that is just like a prerequisite for getting a YA book published. You gotta have some type of romance in it. You gotta fall in love with the best friend. You gotta fall in love with the enemy. You gotta fall in love with the guy who was helping you and then he disappeared and somehow magically appears again, and you gotta fall in love with him. Like, why is it that there's always has to be some type of relationship in these novels? Zeely falls in love with I think you pronounce it Ian, sorry. But anyway, he spends the first half of the book literally chasing this girl. Like, his only mission is to chase her and to kill her and to keep her from restoring the magic. The tyrant, of course, is his father, so he has something to prove already. So it's like that whole like Zuko and Aang thing from Avatar. It was like, you can't, you know, go through such hatred and then all of a sudden, I don't even remember what happened, but they wound up falling in love. And at first I thought maybe this is just a ruse, because it finds out that, you know, Ian had that magical ability where he can kind of draw you into your dreams or into his dreams or something like that. And I thought it was a ruse at first, because I figured maybe he thought like if he could get her to trust him for whatever reason. And I don't know. Even at that point, I don't even know what I was thinking. But I was comparing it to, you know, like Zuko and Aang. It was like Zuko and Aang didn't even become friends until literally the last season, and it still wasn't like a close bond. I wasn't even until like the last couple of episodes. So for them two, for Zeely and Ian to like just fall in love all of a sudden was just, huh, what? It was like one of those things where like the publisher looked at the book and was like, oh yeah, everything is great, everything is good, but you know, can't somebody be in love? Can't we have some type of, you know, romantic interest? And they kind of just like threw it in a book. I don't know. But other than that, I thought this book was great. Definitely cannot wait for book 2. So, Miss Tony, you need to, we're waiting. And I'm sure it'll be as great as the first one. So, with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next video. Bye.